Get ready for one of the most remarkable stadium makeovers ever. Real Madrid's home ground, the Santiago Bernabéu, is wrapping up an incredible transformation after 4 years of construction. The aim? To make it the best stadium in the world. This iconic venue, already a big name in European football, has undergone a jaw-dropping facelift. The results are beyond impressive. What used to be a famous stadium is now emerging as a super modern, versatile, and top-notch arena. It's not just a place for football anymore. It's a state-of-the-art facility that could have other big clubs and cities taking notes. This is a game-changer in the world of stadium redevelopment. Picture this: a stadium that's getting a major makeover, going from stunning wraparound facades to a roof and pitch that can retract. It's not just any upgrade, it's the ultimate one. But here's the catch. All this had to happen under some serious restrictions. Now let me take you through the incredible journey of how the Bernabéu, a football icon in Spain, got a whole new look. It's not just a renovation, it's a rebirth. And it might just kick off a brand new era in stadium design. If you ask any football fanatic to name the most iconic stadiums worldwide, the Santiago Bernabéu in Spain is bound to be on that list. Nestled just off the city's main street, it's been the proud home of Real Madrid, the 14-time European champions since 1947. Over the years, it's become a massive landmark in the capital. But here's the exciting part. This stadium has seen its fair share of facelifts. Back in 1982, a spiffy new roof was installed just in time for the World Cup. Then in 1992, they added 4 entrance towers and turned the entire stadium into an all-seater. Talk about keeping things fresh. Now let's rewind to 2011 when something big was brewing at Real Madrid. During their General Assembly, the club gave the green light for a massive makeover of the Bernabéu, the kind that would leave a lasting mark. So Real Madrid's president, Florentino Perez, stood before the assembly and threw down the challenge to architects. What were they looking for? A design that went beyond the ordinary. They wanted a modern, futuristic makeover. The key features: a fancy outer layer to completely transform the stadium's look and, of course, provide shelter for all the seats, shielding them from any weather surprises. But here's the twist. Real Madrid wasn't just dreaming of a football haven. Nope, they had bigger plans. The vision? A stadium that could do it all, host not just football but also other sports, concerts, and entertainment galore. Why? Well, they were onto something smart, creating new ways to bring in revenue. And guess what? A similar tale unfolded in London at Tottenham Hotspur Stadium, where Populous, led by Christopher Lee, worked their magic. It's like a revolution in stadium thinking. Imagine being able to shift around a whopping 10 to 15,000 tons of equipment like it's a breeze. That's the game-changing capability Real Madrid and Tottenham were aiming for. Christopher Lee, the brains behind the Tottenham Hotspur Stadium, expressed his excitement, saying, "Now that you can move 10 to 15,000 tons of equipment pretty quickly and pretty smoothly, the ability to reconfigure that building to virtually accommodate beyond, say, one night Real Madrid or Tottenham onto an NFL game the day after. I think it's super exciting." For Real Madrid, the goal wasn't just about making their stadium look fancy, it was about making it more profitable. They wanted the Bernabéu to be a magnet for visitors, drawing more tourists to the city. Now, if you're not too familiar with stadium projects, a typical upgrade might mean more seats, a new stand, or some spruced-up amenities. But hold on. The Bernabéu makeover is a whole different ballgame. It's not just a facelift, it's a total transformation. Imagine the team that once gave us the Galacticos now boasting a stadium that looks like it's from another planet. That's the level of wow we're talking about. Now let's talk money. And we're not talking pocket change here. The epic transformation of the Bernabéu, much like assembling a team of football superstars, comes with a hefty price tag. Brace yourself. It's expected to cost over a whopping $1 billion. To put that into perspective, it's roughly the cost of 10 Jude Bellinghams. And trust me, that's not a small sum. Interestingly, it's not far off what Tottenham splashed on their entirely new stadium. Let's rewind to 2014 when the winning design for the Bernabéu's makeover was announced. The dream team of architects L35, GMB, and Ribas had something extraordinary in mind. An enveloping steel facade where images can be projected, a mind-blowing 360-degree video screen, and a roof that can shut tight when needed. But that's not all. They had plans for new shops, entertainment spots, and leisure facilities on both the east and west sides. Oh, and let's not forget the green areas and public spaces, along with a 5-story underground car park. It's not just a stadium, it's a whole experience. And guess what? This trend of offering more beyond the stadium is catching on. Take Manchester's Etihad Stadium, where Populous, the lead architect, is working on a project to elevate the fan experience. It's like they're turning stadiums into entertainment hubs. Stadiums are no longer just places to watch a match. They're becoming the heart of larger, vibrant developments. Christopher Lee breaks it down, saying, "Increasingly, you see these buildings becoming part of a much bigger and wider sort of destination development. Can we create environments, fan zones, shops, bars, restaurants, hotels that sometimes attach like at the Etihad, or sometimes just surround the buildings to create these big bits of city that are leisure and hospitality destinations in a way? Now let's dive into the action at the Bernabeu. A lot was going on, and here's the kicker. Much of the work had to happen while the building was still in use. So how did they tackle this colossal task? And how did the construction teams pull off this ambitious feat? The game plan started with taking apart the old roof, done carefully in stages. This made room for shiny new seats to be added on the top of the east side, boosting the capacity from around 81,000 to 85,000. It's like a carefully orchestrated dance of construction to enhance the fan experience. So let's break down the roof construction action at the Bernabeu. They brought in massive 800-ton cranes, not one but two of them. These behemoths made it possible to build two enormous steel trusses that stretched from one end of the ground to the other. These trusses, a whopping 176 meters long, were hoisted up and pieced together in 10 segments that clicked into place right in the middle. Now here's where it gets interesting. To support these new roof trusses and also improve access and evacuation, they needed two new towers on the west side. These towers, standing tall, replaced the old B and C towers, making space for something new, a fresh public area. But you can't just throw towers into the mix without thinking about the groundwork. These towers had to handle a ton of weight, so they were built with deep foundations. Imagine this. They're now resting on 26 wide-diameter piles that go down 36 meters, all topped off with a 4-meter pile cap. It's like building a solid foundation to hold up the grand transformation of the Bernabeu. Imagine having the power to shift massive parts of a building like magic, be it the pitch, the roof, or even entire stands, to transform the space for different uses. Christopher Lee put it perfectly, saying, "The ability to move really big bits of physical building, whether it's pitches or roofs or moving stands, to reconfigure the building into another use, where the physical environment is perfectly suited for that. I think that has a huge impact, clearly not just on the built form, but the use of those buildings." Now let's dive into the brilliance at the Bernabeu. With their cutting-edge system, they can break down the pitch into several pieces and whisk it away underground to a special storage area. Think of it like a high-tech greenhouse. This way, the pitch gets a breather until the next home game. And here's the kicker. Technology takes care of everything, from lighting to heating and even watering, ensuring the turf stays in tip-top shape even when it's not in action. Now you might wonder, why not just store the whole pitch in one go? Well, the pitch is massive when it's intact, but there's just not enough space below or around the stadium floor to tuck it away in one piece. It's like they've cracked the code for a stadium that can transform itself seamlessly for any occasion. The Santiago Bernabeu's grand transformation faced some unexpected hurdles, making the completion date stretch from 2022 to late 2023. A train line beneath the venue and the tight inner-city space posed constant challenges. Despite the delays, the outcome promises to be well worth the wait. Real Madrid doesn't seem too bothered by the extended timeline or the costs. The revamped stadium, with its newfound versatility, is expected to rake in hundreds of millions of dollars in extra revenue annually. The club aimed for something extraordinary with the Bernabeu, and it appears they've hit the back of the net with this breathtaking upgrade. This stadium is not just for the Madridistas. It's a place for everyone in the city to relish, even welcoming Atletico Madrid fans, although that might take some adjusting. These changes position the stadium at the heart of the local community, aligning with a growing trend in recent years. Christopher Lee emphasized the remarkable power of sports and sports infrastructure to positively influence the local environment, fostering regeneration, opening up public spaces, and connecting previously unlinked parts of cities. Real Madrid, with its impressive trophy cabinet, may always be a subject of debate as the best football club. But when it comes to the best stadium, the Bernabeu might have just secured a spot in a league of its own. Thanks for watching the video, and if you found it informative, please like and subscribe to Blueprint Journeys for similar content. We look forward to sharing more knowledge with you in the future. Until then, take care.